I think there's a stigma out there now that as soon as you say transformation, people automatically start planning for how to make it not fail instead of planning for how to make it succeed.
Because that's not always the easiest thing to do, because you have lots of personalities that come into these things, and you have lots of agendas and expectations and lots of different things, lots of different dynamics that are happening on these large transformational programs like that.
So first of all, it is 100% my job to be a situational leader and a situational communicator, because you do have all those different personalities coming in and you have different subcultures, right? We had marketing, we had sales enablement or operations, we had service, we had everything. Each of those organizations tend to have a subculture of their own. So we had different personalities, we had different subcultures to work with. It's my job to figure out how to mesh that together. And some of it is the way that I show up every day, right? What's my attitude when I come in the door? I tried to have high energy, positive attitude, and a number of transformations. I think there's a stigma out there now that as soon as you say transformation, people automatically start planning for how to make it not fail instead of planning for how to make it succeed. Doing things like reading the room. When is the room getting too tense? When do we need a break? Does it not make sense to just push through? Sometimes it's push the tables out of the middle of the conference room, and you find out that some of your contractors or some of your folks that came up from South America play guitar and sing. You let them do that, right? And then some of my other folks got up and started dancing the tango. So first of all, it was a phenomenal cultural experience going on, but we were laughing, we were having fun, we were getting to know each other and spend some time personally, which we didn't have a lot of time to do outside of that conference room, right? So sometimes it's just reading the room and providing an environment where it's okay to do that. Sometimes you have to have an intense discussion. It makes better business decisions, right? But there's a way that you can almost facilitate them, right? Or you create, again, a culture and environment where you can have that exchange. It is never a personal exchange, ever. It's always about the business decision, or it's always about the process.